Tonight, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency. And that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Cornbread, sweet tea. That's what he's looking at that secondary.
Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it.
Oh, yeah. What you want, banana pudding?
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
I can't predict the future, but I know one thing that the Cleveland Browns do very well.
Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. A short pass here taken in by LaPorta. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 42.
Well, they're dead last right now this season. So they kind of picked up where they left off.
Yes, sir.
Now, I heard Kyle Hamilton say he talked about this. I heard Marlon Humphrey
short pass here taken in by LaPorta. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll give him 4 yards there.
First of all, the quarterback had all day to throw. Second of all, he gave up they averaged 244 a game. They gave up 250 in the fourth quarter.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards on time, and then he's set it down.
You cannot throw the ball on them. It's just not true. Y'all might be talking about the Ravens offense now.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3.
Henry, and you got Zay Flowers. Okay, that's a whole different
Back
issue.
to throw,
But
Goff.
defensively, the ball, that's not the 2000 Ravens.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down.
That's not,
they sack him back at the 33-yard line.
That's not Big Sam.
Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needed to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Kyler Gordon picks it up. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Second down and 6 now. Looking to throw. Williams. And he'll find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Yeah, come on now. Look, we think the Ravens, though, Joe. We think the Ravens, when it's all said and done, they're going to be one of the teams in the AFC. We believe they'll be one of the teams that make the playoffs.
With Swift.
You ask him a question
dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Almost 4 minutes left.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off.
They didn't come back down by 15
from the 25, here's 2nd and 4.
Running the football. Yeah. The team threw it.
All right, I got you tomorrow. I'm going to do it tomorrow.
How many points did they score?
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was, and making sure they didn't get there.
It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 30 inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They gave up an average of 44.1 last year. Every game they played.
Oh, definitely the Eagles.
And they'll get this well past
Chiefs ain't got no weapons on offense.
Just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
We talked about this all
kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a happy gain as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out. And they gave up no cutback at him. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They're talking about, what about diabetes? Did I go to that diabetes division? I'll talk about diabetes right now.
And this will be incomplete.
We had the American Cancer
Society didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
You don't like what Ocho and I might have to say. We try to be as fair as possible.
Williams now.
Y'all know the Ravens defense isn't very good.
Damn.
You know it. Open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to put in the football.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
I'm basing everything on what you're saying. Jerry Jeudy in his comments.
So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
Everybody say, you beat
the Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And they get it down, but not before it takes it across the 40-yard line. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
They'll probably bring more pressure on Flacco than they would with Josh Allen because you don't want to run the risk of Josh Allen.
Gibbs straight ahead, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They pose 2 different types of situations. It's the same way with Lamar. I want to put pressure on Lamar because I don't want him halftime, but I already know
as he throws there, incomplete.
And the last thing I want to have to do is find guys running downfield with their back to Lamar Jackson.
Get in there and knock another one away.
He's already passed the line.
I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
The Ravens are the
He's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up the first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
With the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, here he is, Levante David. Levante, how you doing, bro?
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Goff now looking to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
That can beat you is a touchdown. What is your thought process?
And look at this,
Oh,
it's a fail.
Oh,
but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Swift going to try up the middle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Somebody make it get the ball out of bounds, tackle them. Everybody got to rally, and everybody just got to be on the same page, man. Like,
Moore, the man in motion. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4. There's 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends. They're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers. There's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Chatter about, who's going to win the division, whatever, us or Atlanta. It's been a back and forth game, but for us to get
on 2nd down, Swift. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 13-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Because he's gotten better.
On 3rd and 2, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
The first moment that he arrived at one bug place, I don't know what you call it, I just said that. But I don't know what you call it, but I'm saying from the first
They'll bring the
time
tight end in motion left.
to what you see this product now, what is the biggest difference that you noticed in Baker Mayfield?
The first thing I noticed, man, when you first came in, it just was like coming to a locker room that, obviously was already established.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So he was coming in basically saying, like, man, from my point of view, saying, like, I got some big shoes.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
And let these guys set me in. And that's exactly what it is, man.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
We had some guys in the locker room before.
first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further from the gun. Here's Swift, and they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Just be Baker Mayfield that we know and love. Just go out there and have fun like a kid, make plays when you make plays.
Back to throw. Williams. Hard throw. Incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
He got his back, and he broke his back. I think that's what gets him.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Pass, 3 years.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for Doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now it's gone. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is gone. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Like his competitive nature comes out, in practice. You see, the banter back and forth.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now gone. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With 3rd down coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd, gone. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 28. Give him 18 on the play.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, he's a diminutive receiver, Charles. Not a ton of size, but still able to bring that in against double coverage.
I think that's a great job by him of understanding angles because you mentioned his size.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high power. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little game there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
It's y'all job. You know, Bo's gonna come, but it's y'all job to make
sure. On second down, a run with Herbert. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Nobody's trying to play
a Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Been able to embrace this role.
It's been,
now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
But, you know, I feel like
when you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him the chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Williams. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Take care of the front end, I'll take care of the middle, and Antoine Tweed take care of the back end, so we all got good reports.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now 2nd and 3. They'll run right here with Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run here with Swift. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put it into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Told him, say, look,
and it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there? This is old brain remembers. When I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Goff now looks to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I'm going down to the Duke Clinic. I'm going to say, man, what y'all got?
Goff throwing again.
I'm going down. Hey, I got to get
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run.
Everybody going to have a 10, 15, 20-year career. Sometimes it might be.
1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
With an NFL uniform, in a real NFL game, like Luther used to say, if it's only for one night, if it's only for one game.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
Here's Goff. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Just make your dream come true, man. I'm sure eventually it'll happen for him, man. But like you said, man, just
now a give running left with Montgomery. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. That one thrown away from the pocket, and the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And you see the last drive, great chunky yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
I thought it was 10. I was like, oh, man, he's moving like that. But it just goes to show you, if you played against a lot of
Matt Eberflus is going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2.
Tight ends, because really, you're known as a coverage linebacker, which aren't very many of those. Most guys,
and unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
You're really known as a coverage linebacker.
But I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
From the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On 1st down, Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. He's airing it out for Williams. This is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
You play King Henry yet?
Goff. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamison Williams hauling that one in from Jared Goff. And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Rifles run, and it's going to be intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful to get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on its first. This time it's 39 yards away. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they have regained the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen, go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando.
But the thing about DB, man, the first time
it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And the fair catch.
We had our little lunch. He told me, man, I know a lot of people kind of like expecting you to do this and that, but man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man, just be yourself, bro. Be yourself and let everything else take care of itself. You know who you are as a football player, and once you be yourself, everything will take care of itself. And then he made me pay.
So then at 14, are you gonna play? Look, because there is no senior circuit for the NFL. Because once this thing over, and you're never gonna be able to find what you left in that locker room. Those practices, the locker room, the plane ride, the bus ride. Yeah. How much longer? How much longer you got? How much longer do you want to play?
Man, to be honest with you, man, I thought I was done 2 years season. And, you know, and I ain't never felt like that for a season my whole entire career.
Taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So, like, just to be around
Another carry for Herbert on second down.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Back to throw. Williams buying time to his left. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Off the play fake. Williams. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DL.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Operating from the gun. Williams able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Off-play action. Williams. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they get back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake the team and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on now.
There he goes left side. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Because guys are not hitting in practice like we used to do.
Right. Outside look to throw.
Right, and they're taking care of the guys in training camp.
It's complete. Damn. He is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. You put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Well, they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 54 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Gone. Oh, trying to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple.
But it was good to have him on it. Unbelievable.
Here's a handoff to Swift, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here's Williams throwing on first down. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Williams. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You got to stay in a spot far downfield.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bears take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to get their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Add some help. He's not Michael Parsons. He's not that, but he can add an addition.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
Maybe not all 3 downs.
So out now come the Lions. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of play.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Goff on first down. A little short pass here taken in by LaPorta. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up.
I want somebody that's going to strike and be and not be ashamed of like, yeah, my job is my job is to punish you.
Yes, sir.
And I just when I look at him, I was like, bro, the guy. I mean, look how big he was. Look at the 40 times that he ran. Look at his first step. Look at his short shuttle. I mean, he can do it all. I mean, tremendous first step. You know who I thought he was gonna be like? I said this is the second coming of Javon Curse. That's who I thought he was gonna be like.
That's a good one. Listen, there's not very many that have been like the Freak. But again, what we saw from him in college, we expected to see it in NFL. He was good, but he wasn't great.
Nope.
I'm not sure what his injury history looks like, but I do know some of the times he showed flashes of brilliance.
Yes.
He's a great disruptor, and I know he can get after the quarterback. He has a great motor, great energy, and I think he'd be a great addition to the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not sure. Once he came in, there shouldn't have been no watching practice. Hell, he should have been in practice.
Yes.
He should have been in practice. So I'm excited for him. It's a great addition for the Cowboys and that defense. And they need it because the first game we saw them play, they got no pressure.
No.
They got no goddamn pressure.
They didn't.
At all.
And the thing is, think about it, Ocho. Who was he playing beside?
Potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On On second down, here's Gibbs. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And he'll be brought down. It looks like right at the 40. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we get.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, you want to sell the go? Just go. This is his best.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
I don't think I'm expecting too much. I know everybody.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam LaPorta from 4 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
And like I said, he had a good career.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And back to the 30. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Well, he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Deciding to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady game.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Nobody expected that. But is he better than the guy that you could potentially call up when you could potentially slide in that slot? Yes.
Looking to throw. Williams. Touchdown, Bears.
Those are decisions that they would need to make.
DJ Moore from 3 yards out. And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah, he's feeling real good right now.
Now he'll try to carry that over to this drive.
The thing is that he does have a quick release.
On first down, it's gone. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And nothing but green grass.
Unbelievable.
Jahmyr Gibbs, 31 yards. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see him back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. They run out of the gun with Swift. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this fourth quarter. Losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done. Because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Back to throw. Williams. Pass taken in by Kmet. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on fourth down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the fourth quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop it.
Now Williams on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Williams to throw on second down. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. Off the play fake. Williams eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
I'm supposed to be running my route at depth for work. So it's frustrating. I was trying to set up.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
It just happened pretty quick.
Swift will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
There's no excuse for me running into my own guy like that. No joke.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
That's where the collision happens. So, it's unfortunate.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he'll get it down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 102 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
I wasn't the pick. Somebody else was picking for me. Somebody was picking for me.
They'll set up the throw. That is caught by LaPorta. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Goff now to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the fourth quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there of finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
So look at this, a tight end carry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Light punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he will slide to a halt at the end of that one. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Their transition, getting rid of all their older players.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Williams. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. Well, this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball through, and it's 2nd down.
Ideally, Ocho, I'm going to stay with no state
Now Goff.
and the weather is great year-round.
Damn!
That's complete to LaPorta. Touchdown! Sam LaPorta, 48 yards. And the Lions have taken a 4th quarter lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Goff now to throw. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
So now the Bears down by a field goal, just over a minute 40 to play. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Flushed out right. Gets this to Moore. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Williams throw complete here to Kmet. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
So you want to put Barry Sanders with a Hall of Fame quarterback in the Cowboys offensive line. Right. So you want to be Emmitt Smith. Because that's what we did.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Offensive line out in yin yang, and he got 18,000 yards rushing.
He'll look to throw. Able to find Kmet. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
But what he was going to be able to do,
the sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Back to throw.
God damn!
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
He's 3 years older, and there's a lot of other things going on.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
So all things being equal, you're probably going to have to extend it to lower that
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Now, if I trade for him, how much of that salary are you going to pay? How much of the salary am I going to pay? Those are all things that don't
got to try it here. He's back to throw.
I know that
pass taken in by his good tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, Carter, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Do I not factor in?
He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And this is caught inside the 5.
One thing that you cannot do is play.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. On the move to his left. And he's across for the touchdown.
Fuck is y'all talking about?
Game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Santos with the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
So crazy, I promise you, it's going to be so electric. But as soon as Ben walks in there, we're booing him. I don't give a F. We're all booing him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That's the way it is, huh? That's the way it is. Obviously, Ben Johnson now being,
and with time and factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's 1st and 10.
comes with the territory. The who's going to reign.
Goff.
Who's going to reign. And when football is played,
now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just kind of a wing and a prayer there. This ball's kind of up for grabs, but they're at a point where they have to live with that. Unfortunately, this one winds up incomplete.
One last throw here for Goff. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So the final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
You got to do better than that, Mark. You're a better blocker than that. I'm not saying you're going to be Mark Bavaro or Kittle, but you got to do a better job than that.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Goff. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.
And he won, so that might be something that he might have to take an IV before the game, Ocho, or at least at the half, to make sure.
That was me. From September to the month of October, I got my IVs at halftime because I had to deal with those cramps. Most of the time, they would come in the second quarter. I religiously, September through October, I would always have to get cramps, and I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait until it got cold. Because I knew once it got cold, no matter how much Pedialyte I drank, no matter how much water or Gatorade I drank, I always cramped up towards the end of the second quarter. So religiously, I had to go in there and get an IV at halftime. I know my trainers. I know they hated me for that. I would always leave the game maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes.